Something has been stirring deep within you, a subtle, persistent feeling that something is about to change. It's not something you can always explain, but it's been waking you up at odd hours, pulling your attention away from the mundane. This isn't your imagination. It's spiritual. There's a message trying to reach you, and it's not by coincidence. It's an intentional interruption from heaven itself, a divine signal cutting through the noise of everyday life to get your attention. The moment you're standing in is pivotal, not routine. Heaven is urgently trying to reveal something to you, something that could shift the direction of your life entirely. It's not just another good opportunity or lucky break. It's a blessing that carries weight, intention, and timing. And while your spirit has already sensed this, there's now a need to consciously tune in. Because ignoring this moment could mean walking past one of the most significant gifts ever prepared for your journey. This stirring isn't random. It's been leading you to question things around you, making you more aware of your surroundings and the energies attached to them. The uneasiness, the sense of anticipation, the dreams and moments of restlessness. They've all been indicators. They point toward a blessing that's already moving in your direction. You might not see it fully, but the shift has started. The atmosphere around your life is beginning to rearrange itself. For some, this blessing will come in the form of something tangible, something you've long hoped for, a car perhaps, but not just a vehicle for transportation. This is symbolic. It represents movement, breakthrough, and new spiritual direction. It means you're not going to be stuck where you've been. The delay you've grown tired of is nearing its end. Your stillness is giving way to motion. Where there was once waiting, there will be forward momentum. However, with every blessing, there's also a warning. And the caution here is that not everyone in your current circle is aligned with your next season. Some have been placed in your life only for a certain leg of the journey. And there is someone, maybe even someone you trust, who has been withholding something from you. Their presence brings subtle sabotage, quiet resistance. It doesn't come loudly or obviously, but through sudden discouragement, fading opportunities, and strange emotional weight. You may have dismissed these feelings as coincidence or overthinking. But the truth is, spiritual resistance often masquerades as minor setbacks. Someone near you is not who they seem to be. Their voice may be kind, their words supportive, but their spirit does not want to see you move forward. And sometimes, without even realizing it, we listen more closely to those voices than to God's whisper. That's why this message has come to you now, to wake you up and pull you back into alignment. This coming season is not only one of blessing, but also of separation. Divine alignment requires clarity about who is walking with you and who is quietly working against you. You may already have seen signs, dreams about driving, sudden disconnection from certain people, or even peace in unexpected moments. All of these are signals. They're confirmations from the spiritual realm that you are moving into a season where God is making distinctions. As this shift unfolds, it's essential to be spiritually awake. The path you're about to take requires discernment. Some people may start to distance themselves. Others may become unusually interested in your progress. These shifts in behavior are not accidental. They are part of God revealing what's really going on behind the scenes. You're standing at the threshold of a breakthrough, and clarity is part of the preparation. This blessing is not just about what you will receive, but where it's taking you. It's positioning you for greater influence, new freedom, and the fulfillment of promises that seemed long forgotten. You're not simply being gifted with ease. You're being transitioned to the right place at the right time. That car, whether physical or symbolic, is the manifestation of divine timing and guidance. It's an invitation into movement, destiny, and purpose. But with every movement forward, the enemy becomes more strategic. He doesn't always appear through chaos or fear. More often, he works subtly, through confusion, through silence, through people who hold back truth. The sabotage is quiet. The resistance is disguised as concern. And you must become alert to these tactics. Your spiritual sensitivity must increase as your blessing draws near. Some of the heaviest weights in your life may have come from people you least expected. Their advice seemed harmless, their presence familiar, but their energy has drained you. And the blessing that's coming cannot arrive into an environment clouded by spiritual confusion. God is making room. And as He clears your path, you'll notice a shift in relationships. Not every loss is an attack. Some are protections in disguise. The truth is, you're closer than ever before. The signs, the messages, the internal changes, they've all been pointing to something bigger on the horizon. But to receive it, you must walk in discernment. Stay spiritually alert. Let go of what's been silently blocking you. Align with what is meant to move you forward. Because in this moment, heaven is not just speaking. It's arranging, directing, and delivering something that could redefine your future. There are moments in life when silence feels heavier than noise, when people around you go quiet, when calls go unanswered, when relationships shift without explanation. This silence can be unsettling, but in the spiritual realm, it often signals something profound, the beginning of a separation orchestrated by God. It's not punishment, it's preparation. You've outgrown certain spaces and certain people, not because you're better than them, but because your purpose demands clarity and elevation. What's happening now is not rejection, it's redirection. God is clearing the clutter in your life so He can build something new. The disconnection you're feeling is not without purpose. It may be painful at times, but it's necessary, because where you're going, not everyone can follow. The vision over your life is too great to be weighed down by divided loyalties and distracted hearts. This is a season of divine pruning, and though it may be quiet, it is sacred. There are people who once made sense in your story, people who stood by you, laughed with you, encouraged you. But now, their presence feels different. Conversations don't flow like they used to. Their energy feels off. That's not your imagination. That's your spirit discerning the shift. These people were right for the chapter you were in, but not for the one you're stepping into. And the longer you hold on to expired relationships, the more delayed your purpose becomes. Letting go doesn't always come with closure. Sometimes God removes people silently. No arguments, no grand exits, just space, distance. And at first, it feels like abandonment. But soon, you'll see it for what it is, protection. He saw what you couldn't. He heard conversations you weren't in. He discerned motives you overlooked. And because He loves you, He intervened before the damage could reach you. This divine distancing isn't only about removing people with bad intentions. It's also about making room for the right ones. There are people ahead of you who will honor your spirit, align with your vision, and walk with integrity. But they can't step into your life if it's already filled with those who no longer fit. You must create space, emotionally and spiritually, for God to send replacements that reflect His heart for you. It's easy to doubt the process when you're in the middle of it. The silence, the isolation, the shifting relationships, it can all feel so unfair. But trust this, God never subtracts without planning to add, and what He brings will not just match your expectations, it will exceed them. The alignment He is creating is intentional, strategic, and deeply tied to the next level of your calling. You might feel tempted to chase after the ones who left, to explain yourself, to fix what's falling apart. But resist that urge. When God allows separation, your job is not to mend it, it's to surrender to it. There is peace in obedience, even when it feels like loss. What looks like rejection is often redirection. What feels like disloyalty may actually be divine deliverance. As you navigate this season, Keep your heart soft, but your discernment sharp. Forgive quickly, but trust slowly. Not everyone who smiles is safe. Not every familiar voice is faithful. And not every connection is covenant. God is showing you this now, because your future requires a different kind of company. People who speak life, walk in truth, and carry light. This process also reveals parts of you. The separation isn't just about others. It's about your growth too. God is maturing you, teaching you to depend on Him more than on people, to hear His voice over the noise of opinions, to trust His plan even when it contradicts your comfort. Growth often feels like grief, but it leads to glory. You may find yourself spending more time alone. That's not loneliness, it's consecration. God is calling you into intimacy with Him, not to isolate you, but to prepare you. When you emerge from this, you'll be stronger, wiser, and clearer about who you are and what you're carrying. This solitude is sacred. It's where new vision is born. Don't mistake divine separation for personal failure. It's not about who left or what changed. It's about what God is setting up for your future. You are being repositioned, recalibrated, and realigned.